I don't know. It's cool, but yeah.
Holy fucking shit. That sounds cool. God damn.
Oh my god. That was funny. Oh, it was 9 o'clock. Hi, everybody.
Hey.
Welcome to Geek Fest Live.
Hi, everyone. Woo! It's great to see you. Happy Sunday, everyone.
Join us as we kind of go over the week's, news of movies and TV shows and stuff like that, the geek stuff that we enjoy.
Goings on, thingamajigs, who's my what's-its?
Who's a what's-its? That's right. Radar's here. What's
up,
going
Radar?
on, Radar? Everybody, if you're in the comments, please feel free to comment along because this is an open forum show and we take all questions. We take all information that we can.
Yes, anyone with any queries, any ideas, any hopes, any dreams, we always love being able to talk to you on Sunday. Even though you see us on Tuesday as well, but here we connect with you more. We get to talk to you and get to know your innermost desires and dreams and hopes sometimes. Sometimes.
You never know.
Mostly nightmares.
That's true. Dude. Speaking of which, we were just kind of talking about it, but I figure I'll announce it on here too. So Toby Keith announced he has cancer. Yeah,
that's wild. Is he going to put a boot in its ass?
Don't do that.
What? It's a legitimate question.
You're making me laugh.
I mean, who knows what he was? But you know what? I bet you he wouldn't have if he became a cowboy. Because he should have been a cowboy.
He should have been a cowboy. I mean, ladies, how do you like him now? I can't believe I did that. That just... Ooh.
Does it depend on the type of cancer?
Shemp is looking at me over in the side here, and it's just... Yeah.
Wow. Is it moving? Is he talking? Is Shemp talking to you? Is the doll alive?
Not Shemp. Shamp. Shamp is still talking. Oh. I forgot our own character. Greetings, snobbers.
What's up, Ron? You beautiful hunk of man. It's wonderful to see you.
The American way.
It is the American way.
We are real Americans.
Yeah. Fight for the rights of every man.
Listen, ladies and gentlemen, I want to say on behalf of the Scene Snobs, please, Toby Keith, we hope you get better.
Yeah, man. Heal up. Nobody deserves any of that.
No, absolutely not. And you gave us probably one of the greatest bar songs of all time.
I want to talk about me?
No, I was talking about the other one.
Which one? Well, Beer
Not
for
as
My
good
Horses.
as I once was.
Beer for My Horses. Oh, no, right. Good as I once was. That's the one, sure.
Literally every other song. If it's not about soldiers, it's about a bar.
Pretty much. I mean, that's what you get.
Dude, you should actually listen to Beer for My Horses. I feel like we're trampling on this guy.
Nice. Good singer.
No, but Jesus Christ, dick. So I feel like if it isn't about soldiers, it's about bars. And as you keep going, it's kind of interchangeable. But if you listen to Beer for My Horses, it is way more problematic in every sense.
No, I mean, it's definitely got some areas of issue.
Oh, yeah.
I still love it. It doesn't mean I stopped loving it.
But you have to...
It's the closest thing to the Highwaymen we've had since the Highwaymen.
Bullshit.
That's because of Willie Nelson.
No, every time there's somebody who wants to be a badass in country music, they invite Willie Nelson down because he's the last surviving member of the Highwaymen. And I'm done with it.
Chris Christopherson's still around. What are you talking about?
All right, that's true. But, I mean, listen, Chris Christopherson's never going to die because we love him.
No, he can't die. He's always die. Well, he's perpetually part of a convoy, so.
Yeah. Fucking rubber duck, baby. You thought I missed that one? I heard
it. Good man.
That movie shows sometimes on Pluto's 70s channel, or their Cool Classics channel.
Shit, yeah.
Every time. But here's the filmmaker in me that gets really mad about it. So I love Chris Christopherson. I love trucker movies from that time frame.
Oh, absolutely.
Absolutely. Everything. It just seemed like truckers were like the American friggin' cattle herders. I loved it.
They were the next, great pioneers. They were the men who were going west and manifest destiny and providing for everyone.
Manifest Destiny. No, let's get out of that one. So 70s wise, I love all those.
Yeah, the Hudson School. Come on, bro. It's not problematic.
I love the trucker movies. I really do. But I hate Ally McGraw.
What?
Yeah, here's why.
He's in like all of them.
Listen, Robert Evan, wanting to be a producer.
Yes.
Getting into filmmaking and like learning and being like, wow, I really want to produce. Robert Evans is like your hero.
Mm-hmm.
Like you read everything you can about him. And she broke that man's heart. She broke that man's heart. They were married and she cheated on him with Steve McQueen when they were doing The Getaway together.
So wait a minute. Do you feel that strongly about like Lonnie Anderson?
Well, all right. So here's where my anger comes from. I always knew that.
Mm-hmm.
But like I never saw it, so it never really made me angry. So this is where it gets really trippy. I was watching The Offer,
right?
That new show on Paramount Plus
yes.
about the making of Godfather,
which looks interesting.
It's great. It's been great the whole time. But they show where she's cheating on him and breaks his heart, and I'm like, you know what? I hate Ally McGraw and fucking Convoy. Fuck that shit.
You can't hate Convoy.
No, you can't.
Look, I know you're taking out this anger in the wrong direction right now.
My Burt Young picture.
Misplaced. You don't. Your Sean Young one?
No, I have Sean Young. I have somewhere else too. That's a DVD. I have a Burt Young autograph and a picture with him, and I don't know where I hung it.
I'm gonna have to take your word for it, brother. See, that's why I keep mine right behind me, so I can just point.
I know. Jeff is convinced.
Hey, what's up, Jeff, buddy?
What's up, Jeff?
Hell yeah, he is convinced for Convoy.
Oh, actually, Jeff this week is putting out on his show everybody from the original Superman cast that he interviewed.
That's badass. Yeah,
those out.
He's got all those the classic conversations. It's really
good.
Check it out.
And they're really good.
Yeah, great interviews. Ronnie Cox is still one of my favorite interviews, man. He did one with Ronnie Cox. It was badass.
I know. I wish I had gotten to him before. I wish you told me before, Jeff, not for any other reason than I want to give you Jellicoe questions to ask.
All I want is Jellicoe questions.
I have so many Jellicoe questions from Star Trek. I don't know.
He spoke about it at length, man. That was the great part. Like, he was really proud of himself about getting Troy out of that damn dress and into a real uniform. Like,
no, I know it. But I have a lot of questions I need.
Like, yeah, no, there's
not all of them were.
Like, I mean, we could go over the fish thing again. He was not a fan of that fish.
Let me tell you something right in here. I always argued with Joe, my buddy Joe from California, when we lived together about Jellicoe being the best captain, because I was like, this dude follows rules. He does what he does. He knows what he's doing. They are entrusting him with the Enterprise while Picard is gone, and to get this Cardassian, shit figured out. This treaty figured out. I remember. But I always argue that everybody was wrong. And like Joe would argue, he's like, yeah, but he's changing up how they do things on the ship. He's doing it. I was like, this isn't a luxury cruise line. He's supposed to do this stuff and throw them for a loop. That's exactly. I'm like, but it was like everything everybody bitches about Jellicoe about is kind of like why you hate your shift supervisor.
Yeah.
That's it. Like, it's not really the shift supervisor's fault that anything's happening. They are the bad news bearers.
Yeah. Jellicoe is literally coming in to like spruce up and tighten up a crew that, yes, you're on the flagship, but he's also still got to he follows his own way. Every captain is different, and every captain, when given a ship, it's their fucking ship. You got to do what they say. It doesn't matter. It's just the way it works.
And let me tell you, he has the best success rate of any captain on any Enterprise.
Of what?
He has no faults on the Enterprise. He's done nothing. Every other captain has had some faults.
You're right. His whole month in charge. I mean, hey, even Riker, got the paint scratched when he was fighting the Borg. So
even Robert April died.
Yeah. Oh, shit.
We're going Trek deep.
What about the one admiral who showed up and took over, took control, the one who was getting younger? Remember him?
Yep. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, man.
Still a faulty rate. There's still it doesn't balance correctly. Let's see. Blue Moon. I don't know. We're so far past. I don't know. Oh, Moon River. I don't know. I have no idea.
I
bet he's wishing he smoked weed with Willie again. That would be cool.
That's how you get rid of the cancer.
Yeah, that's just been around forever.
Yeah.
How do you feel if you seen a moose walking with thunder?
Terrified.
How would you feel?
Dirty. Terrified.
Yeah, hind legs.
If I saw a moose walking on their hind legs, I mean, first of all, it's going to be 20 feet tall, so it's automatically horrifying.
Oh, guess what? I have a story for you.
Is it about
what
moose?
do Davy Crockett and old Mick Manhattan have in common?
You both died at the Alamo.
No.
Shit.
Not yet.
You both have songs about you.
Do we?
Sure.
Somebody sing my song right now. It's not the national anthem.
New York. I thought that was about you.
No, Dead Bears. Dead Bears. So here's the thing. We're driving home from down south, South Virginia yesterday because we were in Roanoke. We're driving home, and on the sign, on Waze had like a picture of a kitten, and it said "animal" or on the highway, and this is 81, and we're like, "The fuck does that mean? What's an animal alert mean? Does that mean there's dinosaurs? What's going on? And why is it a kitten?"
And now welcome to Jurassic Park. Like that's like did something else click on? Like a whole new voice comes through and is like, and now you will see the Dilophosaurus on your left. You're like,
No. Yes, it's funny. But I'm trying to think about what actually happened. So last night.
Ridiculous.
Stop. All right. So there's a dead bear anyway.
So there's a dead bear in the middle of the road? Wait, did you kill the bear with your bare hands? Is that where we're going with this? Did you injure the bear, jump out and wrestle it until it died, and then you felt horrible, cried, and had a memorial service?
No, listen, it's the first bear I've ever seen in my life.
Wait, what?
I've never seen a bear.
Get the fuck out of here.
I grew up in cities, dude.
But still, bears, bro. I figure you were in Cali. There has to be at least one just squirreling around like a jackass.
Not in the valley.
I
don't give a shit about the
valley. Like out there, it's a desert, I think.
It is. You're not wrong. I've
What's the
seen a
habitat
coyote.
of a bear, not desert?
I saw a coyote, but never a bear. I've never seen a bear until yesterday.
See, we grew up with bears where like we have to shoo them off the porch because they will come after your shit. And it's like they're just dumb raccoons or giant raccoons that could murder you. And they're terrible practical jokers.
No, see, the trouble in my land was the hoodlums, the youths that wanted to get you.
A ute? Did you explain to me what a ute is?
Youths, sir. Anyway, we haven't even gotten to the news yet.
Oh, man, no. We got one piece of news out. What are you talking about?
That's true. But, yeah, so we passed a dead bear. That's the first time I've ever seen a bear. It got hit by a truck. Well, no. Actually, I'm changing the legend because it's funnier. I killed it.
There it is. Yep. You got out. You saw it was still breathing. And being the humane man you are, you walked up with your bare hands.
No. So it's still breathing. And I just have the pillow and I'm like, shh.
It's quiet time. Let's go to sleep.
I assume it was dead. It didn't move. So I'm just kind of there with it.
So how did it feel to see your first bear?
It was kind of lifeless and uneventful.
You didn't go pet it? You didn't get out and be like, come on, kids.
Dude.
Rally around the big dead bear.
How fucked up would that be if I did? I'm like, this is my first time taking pictures with selfies with
Check out this bear, guys. And then it wakes up.
Oh my God.
Got you. Oh.
No, I'll fight that fucker.
Because that's the problem, man. Bears will do some bullshit like that. Because bears
true.
are terrible practical jokers. And they think they're being funny, but when they swing at your face, they actually take your face off. The whole murder thing, they think they're cute. And like, they're not fucking cute.
Let me be a part of your circus.
Right? I'll be hilarious.
All we hear is rah, rah, rah.
I'd like to drink vodka and play on balls.
You have both been peed on by a little person.
And then at that point, I have to run faster to avoid the little person. Wait, was the little person hiding in the moose sturdy? Is that what's happening?
Yeah, where in the moose is the what?
Does the moose? I'm not sure where the little person comes from.
Oh,
And also, anytime I think of that now, I think of Insidious, tiptoeing through the tulips, and the little guy who pops out from the fucking closet.
Dude.
I don't know. That guy's like a spirit, though. So can spirits pee on you?
Yeah, happened to Dr. Vakeman.
I mean, he got slimed. But he didn't get peed on. He got
ectoplasmic.
Yeah, so the ectoplasm, I guess, could count as an excretion.
Casey, all the kidney stones I've had in my life, I swear to fucking God, if ghosts pee, I'm going to be goddamn pissed. He's so angry.
That's the one function you still have as a ghost is your renal functions.
Nah. Like, Jesus. You can't even take the pills anymore.
That's like a different kind of hell, man. You can't even get water into your system to help you. You just pee.
Oh, when he was asking, when I asked what Davy Crockett and I had. Wait, did Davy Crockett get peed on by little people?
You know what? I would not put it past him. He was a weirdo who lived out in the woods.
That's not what Disney led me to believe at all.
Shocker, Disney lied.
Ghost piss mist.
That's true. It is.
Oh,
I believe that. I'll believe it's the mist more than anything because it's just. Yeah, I still like to think that I can have orgasms when I'm dead in a ghost. So it's just.
Oh, I don't know what I'm going to do when I'm a ghost. There's nothing more terrifying than seeing. I hope I lose the weight.
You will,
because I can't be a fat ghost. I feel like fat ghosts have a stigma.
I mean, they do.
It's not cool.
Better. You can spin it on its head because you can just put on a fucking toga and a wreath of laurels, and you can be Dionysus or Bacchus as a ghost, and you can convince people that you're just the god of partying.
Now, I want to be a good-looking ghost. I want to be a ghost that like everybody's
looking right now. What are you talking about?
Yeah, but like Fonzie good-looking.
I mean, we all want to be Fonzie good-looking.
That's true.
I'm at Potsy right now, and that's might be the top. The upper echelon of pop.
I'd give you Richie.
Oh, you're Richie all day, bro. You got those stunning young boyish good looks.
I'm fucking Arnold. He owns a restaurant.
Can I be Pat Morita Arnold? You be the other Arnold?
I will not be the other Arnold. Or Al, or whatever the fuck his name was. I will be Arnold. Fucking Al was the best.
Al was amazing.
There's nothing more terrifying than seeing something running down the side of someone's yard and thinking, wow, that's a big deal. Oh, shit, that's a bear. Yeah, fuck that.
Yeah. No, it's not cool. You know what running bears are? Fucking terrifying.
Everybody has bear jokes. I have a bear that lives behind my house. He comes up and scratches his back on my deck post. It's all bent and warped, but it's so bad now that I got to spend several hundred to get it replaced. God damn, Chris.
Yeah, seriously, bro. That's when bear mace all day.
Yeah, that's probably good.
They hate that shit.
And then seeing the bear catch up to your Jeep. Wait, are we doing Jurassic Park?
Yeah, no, the bear catching up to your Jeep would be scarier. And I hope it is. It's a Kodiak. It's 14 feet tall. Coming at you.
I'll punch that stupid bear in his snout.
My Jeep, for some reason, won't go out of first gear for low. I can only go 15 miles per hour.
I'll throw his pot of honey over to the other side and run.
You know, they're not all Winnie the Pooh, right?
They're all fucking Winnie the Pooh.
Oh,
thanks,
Baldo.
Casper's uncle. Oh, you're right. Every fat ghost you see on screen is eating something. Like, they just perpetuate the fatness.
No, that is
I'm not
true.
eating anything right now. It's not like I'm sitting here with a chicken wing. Let's talk about movies. Like, no.
But if you were a ghost, you could be.
I don't want to see. You're perpetuating a stereotype. Bigness doesn't necessarily equate to always eating and just being a lush.
I mean, I don't think it does.
I wish I had the power to go, the more you know, and like it would just come overhead. I think that would be my superpower. That would be my superpower. I would just run up with random facts to people and then just go like this, and the more you know appears with the rainbow.
Yeah. I mean, as a parent, that's exactly what I want to be able to do all the time to my child. In fact, I should just play all those messages on a loop. Like, whenever the next time for her punishment, instead of taking screens away, just like do some Clockwork Orange and force her to watch after school specials.
There's 2 sounds you need to know. As a friend, as a parent, and probably that's it. Maybe enemies.
Yeah.
It's an eclectic list. So the first sound is the more you know. Because you got to be the annoying friend or parent or enemy that will try and tell everybody something.
Yeah.
Right?
Agreed.
The second one is that Price is Right when they get it wrong buzzer where it's like boo 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 boo. And every time somebody says something and like it doesn't get a laugh, like it doesn't land, you play that.
I always like the but I also like the
See, that's funny, but that's funny when people are sad, not when they're not funny. Like when somebody's
only funny when I can already put you down.
Like
because you're already down. So I can be like,
you're-
oh, where.
Let's say you are out to a nice brunch, not me.
No, I love brunch.
I wouldn't say this, but I'm telling
I'd be
you
out
what
brunch
to do.
right now. Yeah,
So you go out to a nice brunch.
absolutely.
Your friend, let's say, Eliza.
Okay,
comes
love
to
it.
meet you out. You and Eliza goes. And remember, this isn't me. This is you.
Yeah, of course.
Eliza goes, oh, man, I just had an abortion.
Yeah.
And you play it song. Boom. That lands. This is comedy school, everyone.
I don't think hanging out with my friend Eliza, and when she says that I would rather be a supporter friend, I would like to think that I'd be like, hey, that's wild. What do you want to talk about it? Do you want to not talk about it? Do you want to do something fun? I don't know that my first
You can't
reaction...
change the narrative of what you did in that scenario, the very real scenario. You can't change the narrative. Like me, I fought the bear and I won.
Yeah, clearly.
And you're the one who plays that buzzer every time somebody tells you. It's print the legend, man.
Yeah, of course. Every time someone tells me some terrible story, just womp, womp, womp.
No, that's not really Casey. But that is what you would use it for.
Yeah, okay, fair. I see that. A bit extreme.
Whereas it is extreme. If you're a terrible human being, that's what
you're
you would
a bad
use it
person. See, the whole I just broke up with my boyfriend is more womp, 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 womp.
Gotta go darker than that.
What about Death in the Family?
100%. Wait, no. You should have a series of buttons, and they should know you by that point. And you're just like, wait, how close were you to them?
It's way better if it's not even a series of buttons. It's just how close were you by them? Like, where can we go with this?
We got so much to
just
play.
a bit outside. Missed it there. That's the abortion one. Ooh, just a bit outside.
No, imagine though, you're at a cocktail party. Your friend Amanda,
Okay.
to cheer up Eliza, has a cocktail party.
Yes.
And now everybody's there. Now everybody's on their P's and Q's. There's a bunch of people there, and they're trying to be funny, cordially funny, and tell jokes. Mm-hmm. Now imagine you just walking around, buzzer in your hand.
Yep.
And somebody goes, "Hey, why did the guy eat the chicken?"
You have a terrible joke. No one actually likes you. You should just get the fuck out of here.
No, that's not the.
That's not what I would say?
It's the wrong buzzer.
Oh, sorry.
You wait for nobody to laugh.
Okay.
You wait for no response, right? Only a few seconds, but when there's no response, you hit the buzzer, and then Price is Right. Boom.
Yeah, that would land. That would land.
Would land, right?
Oh, swing and a miss. Strike 3.
By the way, there's a Thunderbolts movie coming out.
What, are we going to talk about stuff? I don't know about that.
I always forget. Something that actually happened to me on my way to the beach one year.
Oh, being chased by the bear. Yeah.
That
outran your Jeep. That's pretty fucking scary,
I just keep
bro.
thinking about the bear.
Radar is seriously affected by bears, but he should be, because bears are not fucking cool. Don't play with bears.
I'm not playing with bears. I'm going to beat bears up.
See?
I wish. That'd be great power. You can do that on your lives if you set up OBS. Maybe, but I have OBS, but I just don't do it. I just
start working out, man. Just start working out on here.
I should.
I feel
too.
I feel much.
I feel the need for
you, Ron. I feel you.
I do to brunch. I do a brunch with you, Case.
There it is. He found it. He made his way through, folks. Yes.
So Casey's sitting at the brunch table, and Toby Keith walks up.
Oh, I'm gonna say some real fucked up shit.
Wah, wah, wah.
The whole conversation with Toby Keith is just gonna be like reciting back song titles. Like I feel like there's certain artists that's all I would do is just read. Alan Jackson's another one. I'd be like, hey man, have you ever been down to the Chattahoochee?
That would be a really short conversation with Hootie and the Blowfish.
It's just everything on Cracked Rear View. It's literally, hey, do you have the time? Oh my gosh, you're that guy. I want to hold your hand. Look, I know
we should go down to Charleston and
just. But I only want to be with you.
No Darius Ruckers.
No.
Only Hootie.
Only Hootie.
I use these tones as ringtones for when my mother calls. I'm not kidding.
Wait, mother-in-law, Ron.
Oh.
There's the question.
Oh, that's true.
And I love that, though. That's amazing. That's actually a really good idea. I'm going to start using those for ringtones.
Make it a guy friend, and it's funny. We just did. We made a Toby Keith.
Yeah, sometimes, but I still like. I don't know. I've got some girlfriends who are like they're fucking more badass. They got bigger balls and can handle better jokes than most dudes. So
I don't. Shut up. I don't know. You can listen and pour out his heart and hit. I want to talk about me.
Yep. I want to talk about me. I want to talk about I want to talk about number one. Oh my me my. Nice, Ron. Hell yeah.
Very nice.
Hey, you know what? Hedge your bets. Although that is really uncomfortable if it's the wrong one. Like every day, if they're in a better mood, it's like, oh, we can change them. Have like 5 different ringtones you just rotate through.
I'm listening to you.
I'm looking at what Ron just replied. He said his mother-in-law is the Jaws theme.
I'm kidding, not kidding.
That's fucking great.
So Thunderbolts.
Thunderbolts.
We'll get to this news, people. We will get to it. All right, so let's speed through some because I have a lot to say about Obi-Wan. Thunderbolts. Okay, so as we know, Ross's Thunderbolts in comic books. If you don't know, then in there he created Thunderbolt Ross created a team of like villains, sort of some anti-hero villains,
Suicide Squad-esque heroes.
Yeah, sort of trying to be like Suicide Squad version. Or if you want to say like they call it like Dark Avengers eventually.
Good call.
All right. So that gets taken over by Norman Osborn. Yeah, a lot of people take the helm of it, but they're always called the Thunderbolts.
And it's Thunderbolt Ross is, of course, General Ross, played by William Hurt in the MCU. God rest his soul.
That's a question I'm going to get to in just a moment. But yeah, so it looks like they're putting together the Thunderbolts movie. Speculation right now, it's early development. It won't be out for a few years, but the speculation is that the team will be made up of Ghost from Ant-Man and Wasp.
Cool.
Abomination with Tim Roth. As we know, he is coming back.
Yeah.
To She-Hulk.
We've seen him twice now, so he's in.
Yeah. Wyatt Russell's John Walker. Black Widow's Taskmaster. And the possibility of Bucky and Yelena.
Okay. Yelena, I don't know if I like that, but I mean, it's at least a good intro to her to then break off and be whatever she's going to become.
Yeah, well, remember Valentina goes to see her at the end of Black Widow.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, no, I'm just saying for fitting in that team.
Oh, I got
that team, the way you just read off everybody. I can see everyone else fitting a little better, but maybe that she'll play. I mean, she's amazing. She's a wonderful actress. That is not anything against Florence Pugh. I think she'll be the highlight of the movie. I'm just curious as to how long some of those characters are going to fit and who's going to stay.
Yeah, I mean, we know of a few of them in there that did get canceled out in the blip, so I have a feeling this movie's going to take place just after that.
Yeah, logically. Plus, we got to get Thunderbolt Ross become the Red Hulk, brother.
Yeah, that's true. That's the truth.
We still got to see how that's going to be and all play out. Now, who's going to play William Hurt's role?
Yeah, that's what I wanted to ask you. I want to see what you thought. Like, who could take over that role?
It's a weird position because I don't want anyone much older than him. I don't want anyone older at all. It's got to be someone younger, similar age. So it's kind of weird. Like William Hurt was what, like 76?
He was up there. Yeah.
He was shockingly up there. I mean, he looked great for his age.
That'd be cool. Brad Pitt.
Oh, yeah. I could see Brad Pitt as Thunderbolt. Yeah, you know what? He's done enough of that gruff stuff in Fury and Inglourious Bastards. He would fit very well in that.
I think people forget how good of an actor he is sometimes.
Well, yeah, because you hear Brad Pitt and you just think California and those abs.
Fair.
I mean, that's
no, shut up.
Are you kidding me?
So good in so many movies.
In high school, I've literally been trapped in that mindset because I saw that as a freshman and I went, cool. That's what I'll never achieve and yet always want to be. And they say that body dysmorphia is only for women.
Heard it here, folks. The more you know. You try to sing it out of tune so NBC is not like. She's morally gray enough for the team.
She is, right.
And I think she would bring a levity to it.
Yes. I think she'll fit in there and be something that can be mildly amusing. I just want her. I want her to be a more hero character. And the Thunderbolts were heroes accidentally. You know, I like more heroes. I'm sorry. I like my fucking heroes. Flawed heroes, but I want my Falcons, you know? I think that level. Bucky would be perfect for that. Redeemable, you know, return, coming back from being crap. Tony Stark, redeemable.
That he might be recruited into that to kind of lead his own team. Because even if you think about it, like Baron Zemo would be like probably the most villainous of all of them, right?
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. He's the most bad guy because he's the most manipulative. He's like, done the worst at this point.
Ghost at the end, they were trying to help, you know, like in
Ghost was broken and then they fixed her. You know, I understand where Ghost was coming from because she was fucking crazy because she was interphasing her entire life. I mean, she's talking about her atoms feeling all of it being split apart in quantum realm and everything. So, yeah, you know, I could see Ghost coming back and being redeemed. I could see Tim Roth being redeemed. Abomination wasn't bad. He was used. He was wielded like a weapon.
I have a feeling that's the way it's going to be coming up in She-Hulk as well. Kind of see where that goes.
Yeah.
All right. Next up, Miss Marvel came out this week, and I wanted to get your thoughts on it if you had a chance to check it out.
Brother man, I love this. So my daughter is a huge fan of Ms. Marvel, the comic book. And I am a huge fan of Kamala Khan's character. I love what they do. I love how she handles her powers as an Inhuman. This is different. They're kind of making a twist here, giving her a secret power with the cuff and all that, and then kind of making her more of the I forgot what it is, America Chavez, the like a celestial being or nexus being, something along those kind of lines, I believe. They're going to use the dimensional power thing. I'm trepidatious because I love the comic book so much, and I'm always curious when they don't stick with the original power, how it gets twisted. I haven't seen that yet, but it's a lot of fun. It's really bright. It's great. It's something I can watch with my daughter. It is not for us. It's not for me. You know what I mean? They did not make this show and go, hey, you old dudes who love these comic books, this is for you. It is not. It is a great show. It is for the new age, the new era of kids coming up who love these comic books and stories. And I think it's perfect for what it is. And anybody who's given it grief can really just suck my left nut because it's a lot of fucking racism right now.
Let's you know where that comes from. That's not fans. That's racist. Yeah. So like for me, I loved it. I watched it with the boys. They loved it because, like, I mean, let's face facts. Eternals has a sex scene, you know, and then you have you're getting a little bit darker and darker with certain things, you know.
I mean, U.S. Agent literally decapitates a guy with Cap's shield. We've got our stuff. We've got our show.
Oh yeah, but I mean, like, my kids like to watch that stuff.
Sure.
So, like, and there's some things where it's like, but now finally, like. And even all the shows, like Hawkeye was a lot of fun for them, but everything else was kind of over their head.
Yeah.
What If they like to, but
What If was doable, but I mean, WandaVision. River didn't really get into WandaVision very much. She enjoyed like the early episodes, but once they really start breaching into here's her power and what's happening, it's like,
I like what they're doing. I like what they're doing with it. Hey, she's from Jersey City, my hometown.
I know, dude, and they have Jersey City everywhere. Nope. And every time I saw it, all I did was laugh so freaking hard. And I'm like, you would had to have a perpetual boner from how much you saw Jersey City all over the place.
They were loving Jersey City.
Oh man, they were stroking that Jersey City hard, bro.
Oh yeah, that's my hometown. Love it. But I really dug it. I think it's a great family show. I think Marvel needs more of that.
Yeah.
Like a healthy mix, like you said. Like we have stuff like for adults, meaning adults. Like we have stuff for us.
Yeah.
But I want stuff for like the whole family.
Right.
And
They've shown She-Hulk is not going to be that. When you have a bedroom scene, you automatically take anyone under 10 out of that equation. It's just the way it is. I don't know anyone with kids under 10 talking about sex. So I highly doubt that that's going to be a thing. Whereas with Ms. Marvel, it's a girl trying to go hang out with her best friend at a cosplay contest. It's awesome. It's badass. And like you get to see her be bullied, go through her bullshit, deal with everyday crap. It's really well done.
Yeah, and I'm excited for it. I'm excited to see where it goes, and what it builds to, because we know it's building to the next Marvels movie. The Marvels, they're calling it. It's all three of them in it.
Yep.
So I'm anxious to see where it goes. But like I liked the first episode. It was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed the animation against the live action.
When they were doing the texting conversation in the neon lights and everything, like as they're going, it was done beautifully. Yeah.
I like that. I'm a big fan of that. Like when you can really incorporate that. Well, like I know it's an animated film, but like Spider-Man into the
Spider-Verse, yeah.
Spider-Verse did that really well, where they incorporated like captions and such into the backgrounds.
Yep.
I've always enjoyed that.
Agreed.
I always thought it was lazier. Like once you've seen movies where the bubbles pop up when you're doing a text or something like that, where Sherlock did it really well. Where
Sherlock did great.
It's like literally the conversation just coming off his head. But stuff like that, whenever then you cut back to like movies doing a screen, I'm like, I hate you. Your stupid movie.
I mean, there's a lot of them that I don't like when they do the screen. I like them to have something pop up. Like I like the floating bubbles. I like the things that just work in their way into whatever the setting is around you. And I think that Ms. Marvel did that very well, and I love the animation style, everything about it, man. It was a very, very fun show, and I'm really excited to see what they keep going forward with, because we've got enough of our shit. We're gonna get more, and if you really need to complain about it, man, get the fuck out of the bus. You don't understand. I saw a really great post the other day. It was talking about Stan Lee and the fact that he was against bigotry, and almost every single character that Stan Lee created was anti-bigotry, almost every one. So
all white of them.
Bigoted comic fans are, can, I don't know, take a long walk off a short pier because they don't understand. They're not fans.
They want all the white ones. That's it.
Yeah.
And I hate that.
Yep.
Because again, another thing that was really cool for me about Moon Knight, and like I was having this conversation, somebody who leans more to the right anyway about Marvel, and I was like, but it's kind of cool for me to see things that are culturally way different. Like, my kid, not just my kids, but even me. Like when the dad came in dressed like Hulk, and I loved that it was a part of their heritage. The outfit was part of their heritage, and she sewed it into making it look just like the Hulk. I was like, that's pretty rad. It
was awesome. Oh God!
But it also showed me why her costume looks that way, because it's a take on that, and how important that that is.
Yes, and it is important to understand that. It's important to get that, because we don't experience everything in life and every culture. So it's fucking great to learn that and to see that and to grow as a human if you want to care about that.
Nah,
fuck that. It's way too hard. Too much fucking effort.
All right. Calm down, Hannity. That man's in hot water.
So let me explain to you why these stupid people are saying these terrible ideas.
Jesus. Fuck that guy. Anyway, I'm just curious in this version how she knows all about Captain Marvel. I mean, I think it's kind of like, I'm sure comic books were made, things were made, like, and people talked, like people who were there. I was
going to say after Thanos, man, after the blip, everyone knows everything.
I got it. They mentioned in Ms. Marvel this week that Scott Lang, Ant-Man, has a podcast.
Yes, they did. Well, they talk about that, which is amazing. Yep. The idea of Paul Rudd as Scott Lang having a podcast, it gets us that much closer to Paul Rudd, bro.
I know.
Summer of Rudd, which has back on.
Is this the Summer of Rudd part 2?
Summer of Rudd.
Is it summer already? Holy shit, we've been that far.
I think we've got like 8 more days and the solstice hits, and that's when we're official.
I feel like Summer of Rudd was was not that long.
I know, and we're back. Summer of Rudd.
So to answer your question, Radar, I'm chalking it up to Scott Lang talked about it on his podcast, and that's how she heard.
Well, she did, and he talks about everything on his podcast. I believe was the exact line that she says. So.
Yeah. It doesn't seem like she was talked about outside of the Avengers and the MCU for regular folks to know her. That's why Scott Lang took care of it.
Scott Lang at a podcast.
Sticking with that one.
And I'm pretty sure there was someone else out there. Stories build and they grow, and everybody knows the sacrifice of Tony. You know what I'm saying? Let's not forget that everybody knew about that in Spider-Man. That wasn't just him. That was a huge thing. Their high school had the whole, remember doing the whole the year in review where they're remembering all of their Avengers and everybody. They have all this stuff going on in the background. They're always talking about their superheroes.
Yeah, they do a good job with it. Lightyear comes out this week. You can go see it.
Ooh, yeah, Chris Evans. I am stoked to see him. And so at first, I was convinced that it was Tim Allen.
Mm-hmm.
And then I watched an interview where Chris Evans is talking about how he did his Tim Allen impression and he went too hard. And he was told he had to scale it back because they're like, you just sound like Tim Allen.
You might as well hire him. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. We just fucking pay the original guy. We want you.
Tim Allen wasn't in the the Avengers 10 years, whatever.
Yeah, exactly. So they wanted Chris Evans, but I'm excited for Lightyear. I think this is going to be really fun. I've always loved the Toy Story stories. They're done brilliantly. DreamWorks really nails it with them, so I'm excited for it.
Pixar.
No, it's not. It's DreamWorks.
It's not. It's Pixar.
No way. Toy Story's got to be DreamWorks.
Really? It's like the first Pixar movie.
Is it?
Yes.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'll bet you 1,000 friendly.
1,000 friendly, baby.
All right.
I got 400.
You know, I'll double nothing it. You know, if you owe me 1,000 if you're wrong, I owe you 30,000 if you're right.
It's distributed by Walt Disney.
Yeah, Pixar. Toy Story is Pixar's first movie.
No, that can't be right.
Right? Type in, what is Pixar's first movie?
That's Buena Vista.
No, you son of a bitch. Type it in.
No, it says Pixar. Just giving you shit. Well, Pixar's already fucked because Pixar knows the way. Like, they've got to have psychologists on staff to get inside of your brain and make you cry. Like, they find a way every time. Inside Out, Up, Toy Story. Well, Toy Story 1, 3, and 4. 2 was annoying, but
I was so hoping you to say Shrek, so I could just be
no,
like,
Shrek was DreamWorks. That one I remember. That was one of my favorite dates I ever went on, and it was in high school. So I think I have work to do.
Oh. They're all downhill from there, buddy. Dude, yeah. So Lightyear is coming out. So Lightyear, of course, for everybody who doesn't know, tells the story of the real Buzz Lightyear, to which a movie and TV show were based on to make the toy, which we know. So, and actually, okay, so no. Here's what it is. It's not a movie. Remember the Buzz Lightyear Space Ranger cartoon from back from like the early 2000s or whatever?
Yep.
So that is real. That's canon.
Okay.
That is the cartoon Andy watches.
Oh, so that's the cartoon.
Yes.
This is going to be the story based on
the true story that cartoon is based on.
Yeah.
And that's why.
So that's why it makes more sense that's why you would want Chris Evans doing a lighter version, something different but similar. You know what I'm saying? So Chris Evans. So we are going to live in a world where Chris Evans is going to be Tim Allen's daddy.
Do you think he calls him daddy?
God, I hope so.
I just want to see the two of them ride around together
with giant helmets
and saying, who does Lightyear better?
Okay. Let's get it Wild Hogs 2.
Here's an official. Listen, Chris Evans. Get this out to Chris Evans and Tim Allen. I want them on the Scene Snobs Podcast. You're cordially invited to the Scene Snobs Podcast. We record every Tuesday night live at 9 p.m. Eastern, or we'll do it whenever the hell you want us to.
Yeah, we're open schedule.
We want you both on. We're going to have our fans judge who does the better Lightyear impersonation.
Who's more buzzy?
Who's more buzzy? That's what.
Oh my God! It's secret guest Buzz Aldrin.
Buzz Aldrin, we need you as a secret guest on top of this.
Yes.
I please let us do this comedy bit. Somebody get them on our show.
Just bring them up. Give them the old rubber-dub-dubby.
I'm excited for this, though. I think it's going to be a really good movie.
Yeah, it's going to be a blast. I mean, it's Pixar. They don't do anything wrong. Yet to find it.
I bet you I can find one.
Okay.
I can find one.
Challenge accepted.
List of
Let's do this.
Pixar movies.
Because I'm really curious what you think would be wrong by Pixar.
All right, I will say, okay, so I will say this. I'm going to look for one that's wrong, but I will say there are ones that are weak.
Okay, I won't disagree with weak, but even though their weakest is still capable of jangling my heartstrings better than almost any other animated studio.
Cars 2.
Oh, Cars 2 is... No. Cars 2 was actually great because it taught the story of Mater. I love Mater's story, and they gave him more focus, and it was about his friendship with, Speed.
Fine.
Hug nuts or whatever. Coco was awesome. I haven't seen Turning Red, so I can't say.
The good dinosaur is great.
I mean, Luca
was weak, though. Luca's good.
Okay, Luca was weak because I'm not that age anymore. Luca was so targeted at kids and so targeted at that tween era, I didn't connect with that one. So that's on me, I feel. Onward was a movie that I can appreciate as being incredible. I don't have a brother and my father hasn't died. So I didn't connect quite with that one.
Yeah.
Although I have always wanted to be a part of a biker gang of pixies. So,
I love Onward. It's so good.
Oh, it's beautiful. You're a brother and you're a dad of sons. Like, fuck yeah, you should, brother. That's one of your movies, dude.
All right. My weakest is probably Cars 2.
Okay.
Turning Red was good, but kind of weak for me as well.
See, I still haven't seen that one. You know what? Actually, I'm going to put down as my weakest on all of these.
What?
Toy Story 2 and A Bug's Life.
Bug's Life, yeah, that's true.
Bug's Life was funny.
It
funny. It had a few chuckle points, but I don't need to ever see it again,
Monsters University is up there too.
Yeah, Monsters University was a little weak. I didn't really care for it, but River loved it so much, and I still got, Billy Crystal and fucking John Goodman. So, I mean, as far as week goes, it was still pretty great.
Dude, I don't even care if people are watching right now. I'm just like having fun picking out Pixar movies. We should figure out the GOAT Pixar movie. Which one's the best?
Ooh, the GOAT? All right. I'm going to tell you right now, Up is in the top running. And here's why.
Okay.
Up was able to give me, in 2 minutes, they gave me a relationship to strive for the rest of my life. They made you fall in love and deal with heartache and loss so rapidly and so powerfully. And I loved it. And the comic relief of the dog was the first time that I remember seeing something so goddamn funny, so rapid and fast that I just uproariously chuckled every time I saw it. Every time he goes, Paul, like I died. So
listen,
it's top.
It's great. Up is a great movie. But if I'm right, I see it, radar. You said Up hands down, but I'm torn between two movies.
Okay, which ones?
Coco and Ratatouille.
Okay, Coco is 1,000% one of their better movies.
I would argue for its best.
I can argue for its best. I can't. I'm curious because Coco's great. Coco's up there. They hit all the beautiful stories. You're dealing with a young kid's death. You're dealing with family, coming together after being apart, learning that maybe the other guy didn't really fuck you over as a family. There was a whole thing going on. It was fantastic. You get betrayal and curiosity and mystery, and it was beautifully done. Ratatouille is like an odd love story. It really is. It's an ode.
I agree.
It is a love story to food, to family, to growing up, to following your passion, to true love. I think it's fantastic. I think it's one of the better movies. I have a very difficult time saying anything outside. Okay, The Incredibles. The Incredibles for me is one of the tops.
It's great.
I get superheroes. I get family. I get, what average life is like. And unfortunately, some of the sacrifices that are made to be boring and normal. That's why I like being weird. Edna Mode is a goddamn fucking genius. And I want to be Edna Mode.
Coco and Ratatouille, in my opinion, are probably the two best. And they're not even my favorites.
No.
I love them.
That Inside Out is not one of my favorites, but Inside Out is one of the most well done,
great movie,
fantastic stories that really drives home a point and does so in a way that is completely relatable by every single human being.
See, but like even with me, like The Good Dinosaur had a lot of that too, and that wasn't even one of the most popular. Such a good movie, though.
Yeah, but my issue with The Good Dinosaur is it was paced weird. I didn't really. It didn't flow well. You know what I mean? It was just something about it that just kept hanging up in places. There kept being hang-ups, and I was like, it's kind of like The Croods. The first one had weird spots where the pacing was strange. The second one's brilliant, but the first one fucked me up a little bit. I didn't love it as much as everyone else did. So I get The Good Dinosaur, but I really think Okay, so if we're looking at Incredibles, Inside Out, Coco, and what was the other one?
I have Ratatouille.
Ratatouille. Okay. So those are the four. So you know what? Let's do this. Let's take this to next week. Let's take our four and see what everyone else thinks. So everybody else out there, why next week we'll want to come together with a good answer. You can discuss this at our Discord. If you haven't been there, check us out. You can add more stuff in comments. You can text us personally. If you got our numbers, screw it. Why not? I like talking to people. So
wait, what are the more movies again?
So we're Coco and Ratatouille, Inside Out, and The Incredibles.
Okay. Well, Up isn't even on the top four.
No, and I think I as much as I love Up, I don't think it's the best out of everything we've discussed here.
It's so hard because Cars was amazing. Cars 3 was amazing.
Dude, Monsters Inc., the first one is classic. I just saw Radar say that too. I mean, it's absolutely up there. Monsters Inc. is a hard one to not put on this list. But if you and I are each going two, I feel like those are the top two for us. We're pretty smart. We're the snobs. Know what the fuck we're talking about. I think those are the best.
Yeah. Dude. That's a good point. All right, well, we'll have those four out, and you guys, and I'll put them up on a poll.
Yeah, I like it. We'll poll it. Everybody answer, and then argue and fight. Make sure you fight over this. All right, get dirty. I mean, we're talking about Pixar family movies that are animated. You should be beating the tar out of each other. Should be disrespectful, spit on each other. Be rude.
But don't tell them that we sent you.
No, God, no lie. Say anyone else other than us. Ron Lippett.
Oh my God. I stumbled upon something here.
Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. What'd you stumble on?
I didn't mean to cut you off, but
sea urchin?
So I want to talk about Jurassic World next.
Okay.
And I want to talk about, because I did a review of it. I don't know if you've had a chance to see it yet.
No, unfortunately.
But you don't care about spoilers, so that's okay.
Nope.
And I'm not going to spoil it too much, everybody. I want to talk about how well it's doing.
Okay.
But here's where I stumbled. I found out that next week Kirk Cameron has a new movie coming out.
Is it Jurassic World Jesus, the edition?
Jesus riding dinosaurs.
Now, I want it.
It's called Kirk Cameron Presents The Homeschool Awakening.
Oh, good.
Yeah. So families across the nation are experiencing the homeschool awakening, taking advantage of the freedom and opportunities of self-discovery with the world as their classroom. Join Academy Award-winning actor. Oh, not Academy. Thank God I read that.
I would say, what the fuck did he win?
I'm like, there's no fucking way.
Was it a documentary from 1989 that I didn't know about? Like, what the fuck?
No, join award-winning actor Kirk Cameron as he dives into the adventures of dynamic American families on a mission to put fun and faith back into learning. The Homeschool Awakening explores the ins and outs and honest answers to homeschooling's most frequently asked questions. Okay. All right. I need to have a discussion about this for a second.
Yeah, what's he's got a homeschool? Like, does he know physics?
There is a homeschool awakening happening. But it fucks me up to see that, like, Christian boy is doing a documentary about it.
No, hold on. people's fucking awakening is happening because they're fucking not wanting to listen to the fucking truth and reality of what actually happened out there. So when people are like going with history classes and they're like, we don't want people to know about racism. We don't want them to know about slavery. Like, they want to keep up all the fucking monuments, but don't want to have the actual conversations about what the monuments represent, what actually happened. You know, no one wants historical fact. They want to be able to dance and make up their own shit. So we are fucking steamrolling and just going as fast as we possibly can. We're speed running the end of fucking world right now because nobody wants to actually pay attention to reality. They just want to live in their own fucking happy worlds. And God forbid if you have to go to a place that has to give you a grade based on, I don't know, facts, things in books that are decided on by general communities. No. Fuck that. I want to believe what I believe. And my belief is the only thing that's real. Fuck your facts. I'm out. Awesome.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, is why we
these fucking homeschool doctors who don't know how to fucking go.
All right. That is why we call them the madman. Because there's plenty to be mad about. But this is an entertainment show. So let's bring it right back around. Let's talk about Kirk Cameron. Let's get rid of Kirk Cameron, and we're gonna go right back to Jurassic World Dominion. All right, there might be some light spoilers here, everybody. So just bear with us. I'm gonna pop it up for anybody who doesn't know what I'm talking about, and that's some spoilers. Yay! So, Jurassic World Dominion has come out. You can go check out my full review of it. I'm not gonna get fully into it for you guys. But we will I just want to discuss it with you, Casey. Right now on Rotten Tomatoes, that's about a 30% on the tomato meter, and that's 79% on audience score.
Yeah, I believe that.
So the 30% comes on the tomato meter comes from 296 reviews. And 79% comes from 5,000 plus verified ratings.
Well, here's my thing, man. If you're talking about those ratings, and you're talking about things on that level where, look at the other Jurassic World movies. The first Jurassic Park was amazing. Mm-hmm. The other ones were fine. They're good movies. They got pandered. They got crapped on because they weren't the level of what the first one was. We're getting the same thing here. Jurassic World, the first movie, came back and brought everybody in and made us all excited again. And then the second movie came out and it didn't get as much love. And people pandered it, but you still get hundreds of millions of dollars from people going to see it.
Yeah.
And we're getting this exact same thing here, which I'm curious because you have seen it. You do have a review. What is it that is bringing people to give this sort of blasé review? As a reviewer, as one of the intelligent ones, speak to me.
I wouldn't. Don't put that label on me.
Mike Corbin Burnson.
It's boring to say. I know you just gave me this really beautiful thing of almost like I'm supposed to come out with some eloquent reasoning for why it's just a boring movie.
Is it really?
I mean, is there excitement? Of course there is. You get some dinosaur excitement, and that's fun.
Wait, dinosaur excitement sexually?
I wish.
Oh.
I wish.
That would have been
No, it's just it's these characters and kind of the parallels are running with them with Owen and Claire's character having to try and get their daughter back, Maisie from the last one. Mm-hmm. And Blue's baby raptor, which gets taken. So they go.
Wait, so they're hunting two babies?
Well, radar. Yeah, that's true. They are.
If they had sold this as Jurassic World baby hunting, I feel like that would have gone over way better.
well, okay, so let's think about this. The precipice for what gets everybody sort of their motivation to do everything they're doing. It does not rely on the dinosaurs. Mm. So when you get this last movie where they release the dinosaurs and then you get a short film that kind of shows you that people are just living with dinosaurs around now. And then this shows up and it comes out. And yes, Radar, to answer your question, type it out and I'll put it up. So you have this world that now is invaded in a sense by like these dinosaurs, and people have to live that way. And there could be a really interesting way to do it. No, the whole focus is this company has created giant locusts that attack fields that aren't provided by them.
Oh my God. So
yeah.
BD Wong is all in it, just making locusts now?
Yeah, basically. And
look, I just saw him in Nora from Queens, so I don't want him sullied as not an amazing bad guy. Because if he's gonna be stoner chill fucking crazy dad over here, I need him to be a psychopathic maniac on this side, because he's a mad scientist.
He's redemptive in this.
No,
it's Dodson. Dodson is the bad guy. Dodson.
No, Dodson. We got Dodson here. No, see, no one cares. No, I don't fucking care. It's fucking dead. No one cared about Dodson in the first fucking movie. The fuck do I care about Dodson now in his Barbasol bullshit can? This is actually really cool.
Actually, it's funny that you said that. It's because no, it's Barbasol guy from. True. You had dinosaurs, and I paid for dinosaurs. You gave me a plague. Yeah, because the locusts are like this big. So now, like, here's the thing, though.
Wait, but do the locusts help solve world hunger? Because now you can just fucking eat the giant locusts.
Yeah, fair enough. Well, no, because they attack in swarms, and like they're so huge they can kill people. You know, like if you get.
I mean, Monsanto's got all this fucking gas and this other shit killing everything else. Come on.
All right, tone down the politicalism. I understand this week has been tough. We got enough political shit in Jurassic World.
IGen is a company that literally makes how they made new dinosaurs. Why can't they make something to destroy the locust?
Because they're not. All right, so they don't exist anymore, I don't think.
Oh, InGen's gone. Oh, that's right. InGen was destroyed in like 2 movies ago. Yeah.
Yeah, like this company is called Biosyn, and it's owned by fucking Barbasol King guy. So from the first one.
That's it.
So they're doing this, and they're trying to clean it. So it's fucking stupid. So
clearly.
But here's the thing: the Locust storyline. That's the reason Ellie Sadler comes back, because she's investigating that.
No, I understand. Look, a biologist. That makes sense.
So
biologist, yep.
That's why she's out there, and because she catches one.
Mm-hmm.
And sees that it's been like it's a genetics thing. Ian Malcolm, who works for the company, are tipping her off.
Oh my God.
So she goes to, because when she catches one, she does tests and sees that it's like clones and stuff like that, and they're messing with it. She goes to Dr. Grant to pull him back in and be like, hey, and if you come with me, you can help me. We can travel around, like, because of Jurassic Park.
When she finds Dr. Grant, he's just in like a flannel, some boxers, and a shotgun.
No, he's well put together and still teaching.
Boo!
He's literally the same character he was when we last saw him.
I mean, I get that. He doesn't need growth.
Well, no, that
really doesn't.
See, that's what bothers me about this. When you see Dr. Grant, and that's why I didn't like the third one either. Like, you saw a change in character from Ian Malcolm from the first one and the second one.
Oh, absolutely.
And you don't see any change in him in these. He's just still speaking out. It is what he is. But
because he's kind of become that, though. I mean, he's settled in. Some people settle in at a certain point, and Ian Grant is someone who would settle in. Or not fucking Grant. Ian Malcolm.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's why I'm not that upset about it. I feel like he would be doing more, but then he goes and works for the genetics company. So, like,
that makes sense.
It's kind of it's odd because
he didn't going to get his money, and he's trying to do what he can because he has 20 fucking ex-wives. It all makes sense. Ian Malcolm, they can play a little more wiggle room with. Dr. Grant, however, needs to grow because the fact that he didn't after the third one, that bugged me. Because his move from the first to the third one, I'm like, yeah, you're still the doctor, but you just came face to face with the thing that you said was the greatest hunter ever.
Yeah.
So one would think your life would fucking change.
Well, not just that. Like, I'm not even talking about the experience wise. So when we see him in the beginning of the first one, he is cold. He is all about the work he's doing. Ellie is trying to break through to him in her relationship with him. He's still like, he's loving
20-year difference between the two of them was fucking weird.
Fair. I mean, clearly she was a student at some point. So, but you know what? You see what I'm saying? Like, so like but his character is still the same guy in the next one. Yes, he's talking to young students and stuff like that. And I think that's supposed to show you like, oh, he's good with kids now. But nobody was ever said he wasn't good with his students.
Yeah. No one ever thought that. He just has a problem with kids because kids don't listen. He says it in the first fucking movie.
In fact, if Ellie was a student, then he was really good to his students.
Exceptionally good.
Yeah. So
well, she refers to him as Dr. Grant, so there was a thing there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like it would have been more fun to not bring them back together, or bring them back together for something small, but like bring back Lex and Tim.
Yeah.
Or bring, somebody there who like they grew up and they became geneticists, or they grew up and started doing stuff, and like they're the ones trying to uncover this.
It would make perfect sense for Lex and Tim because that was their grandfather.
6 movies I can't get Lex and Tim back, and sure, give me some.
Instead, you get Dotson. But no, I agree. Lex and Tim, I think, would have made a lot more sense. They would have been a lot more fun. They would have been a lot cooler. And I would have liked that. I enjoy the fact that if you want Ellie Sadler back, because botany obviously ties in with giant locusts, sure, fuck it, let's go. Dr. Grant should have been brought back in the second one. Should have been brought back in the last movie if you were going to. Yeah,
but honestly, like, besides the fact that his character didn't change, I did like their storyline. What was the most interesting about it was this whole trying to investigate, break into this place, find one of the locusts so they can match it and stuff like that, and kind of just like their whole motivation for it and stuff like that just seemed better than like, oh, okay, Claire and Owen have to go save Maisie and the raptor. And it's like, yeah, I mean, I get that, but I liked this more. I liked this storyline where it's like more of an investigation.
Right.
And that's what motivated them. Then you give me the Die Hard scenario where it's just kind of like, we have to do this.
Fascinating. So you're telling me that this whole fucking movie, which is named Jurassic World, which should be about fucking dinosaurs, is basically an entomology class about giant fucking locusts.
I mean, you see dinosaurs for sure.
Oh my God, no, that's not okay. No, I need a Cover Girl moment.
You get some fights. You do
some fight, dude.
Yeah.
You haven't sold me once the majesty with which Jurassic Park brought dinosaurs. The idea of this, the real threat that Jurassic World, the first one, brought a real threat. It was awesome. Yeah, it was a rehash, but it was a better rehash. You know what I mean? They did a better job. The last movie was fine. It was fine. It was fine. I didn't care. I don't fucking care. I just want my giant dinosaurs, and they gave me plenty of that. And you know what I got in this? Bugs. You get fucking giant bugs. Go fuck yourself.
You'll see some giant dinosaurs, but you'll see like 4 different versions of the raptor, and it's just fucking weird. They couldn't have at least gotten one extra. So they debunked that years ago after the first one. The filmmakers said they weren't doing that.
Oh yeah, they weren't going to have the Owen kid. Yeah.
That movie should have been people protecting Maisie versus people wanting to slingshot her into a T-Rex for getting the dominoes. Oh my God.
Goddamn dinosaurs. Yeah, they should have. Yeah, man. I mean, that was one of the other things is when she lets all the dinosaurs free. It's like, I struggled with that because I love animals and it's not their fault, but they lost the planet and we can't coexist.
Yeah.
We have very different things.
I'm one of them. Okay. You died too.
Millions of years between each other. Not a good idea.
The second movie would have been so much funnier. Like, they're all dying from the gas.
Yeah.
And they're watching it, and they're just like, and she's just like, but I'm one of them. And like Owen like puts a rag over his mouth and pushes her through the door.
Or he just comes up, he's just stroking her hair. I know, Maisie. And then just slowly holds her body. She goes down.
Shh, shh, shh. It's so bad. It really is. Every time you do that, after like mimicking like death, like and you go shh, it's like so bad.
All right, I know.
All right, we got one more thing to talk about, and then I'm going to bed.
What is it? What do we got?
We got Obi-Wan, episode 4. Are you caught up?
Yeah.
I'm pretty mad, man. Mad man.
I really like this show. I don't like this show. I don't like the show because they're showing Obi-Wan, to me, one of the strongest and most incredible Jedi with PTSD, and it bothered me.
Why?
And it didn't bother me in the sense that they did it poorly. They did it so well that it made me actively, physically bothered. I had a reaction watching him struggle with what he was going through.
No.
Because it made me realize that Vader's just that strong. That the dark side really, at this very point in where we're at in Obi-Wan, is winning.
Well, that's
easily, and it's tough to watch that, bro. It's tough to see that. I love the good guy winning, the underdog. But this Obi-Wan is only going to be the lead up. We're not getting any victories in this. You know what I mean? None of the fucking good guys win here. Leia gets back home. It doesn't matter. Good guys don't win. You know, everything we know about her and his life, it's shit. So it's tough watching this. I really have to say, though, I love Moses Ingram. I love Third Sister. I love Fifth Brother. I love, what is it, Ninth Sister? Crap. I don't remember. She's not a Twi'lek. She's the one who has like the mini.
I know what you mean.
Yeah. I love the Inquisitors. I love Vader, seeing how powerful Vader is after 10 years of rotting in pure fucking anger and hatred, and seeing how powerful he's become because of it. Living on Mustafar, where he surrounds himself with the trophies of the people he's killed and all the Jedi he's slain, and living in that anger and that heat and that fire, and just getting more and more upset. Dude, I fucking love what they're doing with this show. And if I was a fan of the Empire, I would love it more. But I'm not, and I don't like it, and I don't like anything about it, and I need some good guys to win. So
see, to me, that's the thing, though. This is our build up, and a lot of people are pissed off about the 4th episode because they're like, "Oh, it was a filler episode," and I say, "Fucking nay, sir." This episode, the phrase "Help me, Obi-Wan Kenobi, you're my only hope" hinges mostly on this episode. Yeah. And this is what pissed me off when people saying it's filler, because what the fuck is filler about it? What do we see in this? We see Obi-Wan seeing the sparks and the beginnings of the rebellion.
Yep.
Being helped by them, knowing you work with them. Yep. He goes all out. We get Leia seeing that Obi-Wan will just stop at nothing to protect her.
Still Ben.
Still,
to her, it is important that he has only been to her. He has not been Obi-Wan once.
That's true.
He is old Ben to her, and I love that.
Yeah.
Because when she's sending the message for Obi-Wan, she does not know that man is Obi-Wan.
Yeah. But here's what it shows me for the future. It shows me why Leia reaches out to him. Yep. It shows me why he will stop at nothing to get to the Death Star to save Leia.
Yeah.
He doesn't have to, but he does. And you never really truly understood when they're going to help. And he didn't know the Death Star was there, but he knew the princess had to be saved.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So they go, and he goes at nothing to help save her. Yep. He knows who she is. He's still doing the job. I love this fill. Yes, it's a filler. It's filling us in on what fucking happens and why Obi-Wan is going from completely scarred and sullen old
broken war hero. Yeah.
Broken war hero in hiding, whose entirety of his people are pretty much wiped out, knowing he's got probably one of the most powerful children under his watch with another one out there.
Yep.
And this guy has not practiced the Force or done anything.
He had a disconnect. He had to remove himself from it because when he uses the Force, the Inquisitors sense that.
Yeah.
So he had to cut him fucking self off. So in episode 3, when he fights Vader and gets fucking jacked up and he gets literally dragged into fire,
Yep.
It's because he can't fight anymore. He's forgotten how to do that versus the guy who's only been getting stronger for 10 years in nothing but anger and rage. So, yeah.
But it also shows us why Obi-Wan Kenobi, Ben Kenobi, when we first see him on A New Hope, is sort of a giddy dude. He's sort of a positive, upbeat guy.
Sure.
This is where he's going to go from there. He knows he knows from that point forward what it takes, and that there's a rebellion out there, and that they're going to fight the good fight. And then I'm sure he sees Luke as part of that.
Absolutely. And he's had to survive. He's survived basically fighting his brother, Anakin. He killed Anakin Skywalker and created Lord Vader, right? So by creating Vader, and then he doesn't face off against Vader on Mustafar. He's fighting the broken Anakin. You know what I'm saying? It's still not quite right.
He's never seen Vader until that point.
So now he faced Vader. So it means more in A New Hope when he says, I was but the learner, now I am the master.
Mm-hmm.
It makes sense because at that moment when he fights here where we saw him fight, they were different people.
Yeah.
That was not Obi-Wan. It was still called General Kenobi. He was still considered 10 years of this is one of the most powerful Jedi ever. But he was, and he's removed himself from all of that. And I love the dynamic that it adds into the future parts of what we get to see moving forward. It just sucks because I know there's no other great victory here. You know what I'm saying? Obi-Wan doesn't get anything from this point. He might be able to help the rebellion build, but he's already proven a lack of interest in that too.
Yeah. Well, but here's the thing. We don't know because there's very little known. There's a lot known from where we left off from Revenge of the Sith, and there's a lot known from who Obi-Wan was going forward. Obviously. We don't know in A New Hope because he is a hopeful guy. Yes, he's still a hermit, but he could still be reaching out to people. He could still be out there doing his thing. You never know because
I believe
now we see it.
And we've seen him with Indira Varma's character, who she was awesome. So great seeing her. Loved her as that turncoat officer. We get to, and she spells it out too with how the rebellion would have risen through the ranks. She joined the Empire when she was young and thought that was good. She saw the Empire on her planet as doing something positive, and then joined it. And a few years in, goes, "Oh shit!" Like that makes sense. I think a lot of people went through that, and I think that's where a lot of the rebellion comes from, is that sort of sentiment that grows. And being 10 years in now, we're seeing that, and it's really cool. I think this show is great. I think this show is doing fantastic amounts of world building, and I think every single character is fulfilling what they need to do in the role that they're in, and I am not taken out by any of them. That's the most important thing. There's no character that I see and I'm like, oh, this is bullshit. It's all Star Wars, man. This is all Star Wars, and they're all doing what I would expect them to do at this point of the Empire when, you know, they rule with an iron fist and life is shit. So the show reminds me that life is shit. So I don't really want to watch it all the time. Like, I can understand that, but I can't take away from the fact that it is a great show.
You know, I know it's fucked up.
What's that?
So that was a great point. I want to let you know that right now.
Thanks, buddy.
It was a great point. So you remember how in the beginning of the show I said, like, you know, I hate that fat ghosts in movies perpetuate a nasty stereotype about fat people?
Yeah.
That entire time you were talking, I kept thinking about that country fried steak from Pam's farmhouse. It was so good.
Well, they did have some kick-ass that sawmill gravy. Not sawmill, it was the straight sausage gravy, bro.
Yeah, it was so good. Dude, I'm sitting here and I don't know why. I'm like, it's almost like you're talking and I'm hearing everything you're saying.
Sausage gravy.
It's one of those scenarios like where it's like if I'm tomorrow, somebody's like, so what do you think about Obi-Wan? I could rehash every word you just said. But I'm thinking about that country fried steak, and I'm like, it was so good.
Like when they do the little crusting with, you know, the cornflakes.
I don't even know if that was cornflakes. That might have been straight up grease off the fucking thing.
No, I'm pretty sure that was just a layer of grease that they just apply around it. And they're like, there you go.
I'm all good. They coat it in butter and just like. Anyway.
Pam's is dope though. If you're in the you're in the Raleigh area, go get some Pam's.
That's true. I just want something set way in the past or in the future that has not a lot of connection to the last 11 films and everything in between. Yeah.
I mean, I'm done with the Skywalker line. I don't want any more. I'm happy. I think Obi-Wan for me is done because it's a jump and rehash of an area that I don't care about anymore.
See, but that's the thing. You and I differ because your favorite character has a lot of screen time.
Yeah.
My favorite character has a good amount of screen time. I mean, probably the same. So I'm just going to shut up.
Yeah.
I want more Obi-Wan.
I love Obi-Wan. I love Obi-Wan. I want more. I want more.
Character.
Either do it, go back. Give me more Clone Wars. Give me live action Clone Wars. Why? I just want more Ewan McGregor doing Sir Alec McGuinness because it's perfect. Because, I mean, he's given life to this character who was my favorite growing up, whom I love the most. So I'm excited about it. The same token, give me Knights of the Old Republic. Give me a time when the old Jedi stories that we hear about, like with Marco Ragnos and the Great Jedi Mandalorian War. Give me that shit. Or give me more side shots. Don't give me main characters anymore. I'm fucking done with my main characters because my main characters are now done. They're an exhibit in a fucking museum and they exist in there forever. It is time to move on and create new ones. Like we have one that maybe is going to get into what Diego Luna's character from Rogue One.
Andor.
Thank you, Cassian Andor. That's what I want to fucking see. I want to see that. I'm more interested in that shit. Yes, you're goddamn right. No, right there. Radar with the Gray Jedi comment. Give me Jolie Bindo from Knights of the Old Republic, brother. Give me a grumpy old sumbitch who's tired of both sides. Like, look, the Sith are crazy and the freaking Jedi are nuts. They're just kind of weirdos, and we don't like either of them. We're here to just make sure the planet doesn't get completely blasted by two maniacs who are so diametrically opposed, they'll destroy this because of their ideals. I think that is more where we are, and especially right now, man, in all of our current realm and where we live and how we exist. So let's find some serious fucking middle road,
I agree. So is John Moss. All right, we got to end the show.
Hi, John.
All right, guys. Any last minute questions? If not, remember to go to thescenesnobs.com for all our links and more. Remember to go and subscribe. We're trying to get to 1,000. Get us to the road to 1,000. We appreciate you. Everything else in between. I am Mick Manhattan. This is Casey Plott. Check us out on the Scene Snobs podcast every Tuesday night. And then after that, it's on all platforms.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Casey.
Things and stuff. Go to scenesnobs.com. Check us out. Listen to us. Download us. Give us 5 stars. Rate and review us. Make sure you make us feel good about ourselves because we hope we made you feel good about yourself because you're amazing. You're beautiful. We love you. Make sure to take care of yourself, appreciate yourself, and be kind to each other. Good night.
I couldn't have said it better myself, so I'm not gonna. Thanks for watching and listening, everybody. I'm the Scene Snob, Mick Manhattan. You can check out the Scene Snobs podcast live every Tuesday at 9 p.m. Eastern on our YouTube channel or all podcast platforms afterwards. Also on our YouTube channel, you can check out great shows like Real Combat, the ultimate debate show for movie lovers, mixed movie picks with new recommendations every week, Geek Fest live every Sunday night, and new movie reviews and news all the time. Like and subscribe, then hit the notification bell so you know when all of our new episodes drop. Thank you so much to all of our amazing Patreon supporters, with whom this would not be possible. They help keep the lights on and support us in such big ways. If you would like to become a supporter on our Patreon and take advantage of all the perks like monthly giveaways, early access, and so much more, head on over to the Scene Snobs Patreon page and just sign up on one of our 2 tiers. Join our awesome community of geeks, movie lovers, and so much more, and join up on our Discord. The Scene Snobs Discord is now live, and you can head over to thescenesnobs.com for links to there and more. The Scene Snobs merch store is now open with original and fun designs that are available on all different types of merch and apparel. Check out thescenesnobsmerch.com. Make sure you like, follow, and subscribe to all of our social media accounts like TikTok, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and so many more. We have fun updates, topics, we talk about collectibles, and so much more on there. It's a great time. You can find all of our links to everything on thescenesnobs.com or on our link tree, which are down in the descriptions below. Thanks again, everyone. Stay tuned and stay geeky.